Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So in this one, I want to talk about episode 10 of The Walking Dead titled Stalker. I want to talk about the trailer that just came out and also give my predictions as to what I think could happen in that episode. The mid-season premiere just aired. If you haven't checked out my review yet, I'll leave a link to it down below. It was a really great premiere. The cave scene and everything felt definitely claustrophobic. It made me feel claustrophobic anyways, and it was just all around terrifying. Lots of amazing emotional moments. I've watched that last scene there probably 5-6 times already, 3, 4, 5, 6 times around there. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it here because it is really awesome, but I definitely recommend checking out this episode if you haven't already. It's really good. But let's talk about episode 10. I guess I also should warn you for spoilers for tonight's episode, since I will be talking about what happened in 9 and kind of, obviously talking about what could happen in 10. And also, if you're new to the channel, make sure to be a subscriber if you want more Walking Dead content like this. This is the first Sunday that we're back. We have, I guess, 7 more episodes of the season left. If you're new to the channel, this is usually what happens. I'll post a review after the episode is over, and then I'll do a trailer breakdown. I'll do videos throughout the week and all that, and talk about all the news that comes out and all that, just have discussions and stuff. Michonne's final episode is airing in 3 weeks today, which is super exciting. It's super exciting, but it's also not that exciting. I feel like it's more exciting than anything because we haven't really gotten Michonne all season. It is a little weird because imagine if that was Rick, right? I know Michonne isn't Rick. I know that. Like, Rick is the lead of the entire show. He was the first character. Michonne was introduced in season 3. I get that, but it is a little weird. Like, it's a big character, but she's been pretty absent all season, and she's gonna have a last episode in like a couple weeks. It's kind of, obviously we know the real reason. Denai Guerrera, she has a lot of things planned, and she's super busy, and she has this whole amazing career that is just exploding right now. So all of us totally get it. It's just a little weird. It's like Michonne's leaving, and like it just feels like it's been so long since we've seen her. Anyways, as I have been saying for a while now, it seems like episode 10 is about to get really nuts in terms of the actual Whisperer war arc starting. I think tonight definitely got things started for sure, but I think what's happening in tonight's episode and next week's episode is, I think the border no longer really is a thing anymore. I really think so, because if you look at some of these shots for next week's episode, it doesn't seem like the border is even a thing anymore, especially with all this cave stuff and them escaping. I don't think they care at all anymore, because the reason for the border was that they were all going to live peacefully. They're not living peacefully. Alpha was trying to kill them, and they crossed it. I mean, it's never really worked even since the beginning, maybe for a few months there, but even Alpha knew that they crossed the border because Alpha had a spy within Alexandria. So in episode 10, it looks like Gamma has finally arrived at Alexandria, and she's telling Gabriel and Rosita that your people, your friends and stuff like that, they're in danger. And I guess she says that they're in a cave. They're trapped there with a lot of walkers, and Rosita seems like she doesn't necessarily believe her, but I imagine towards the end of the episode, they likely probably will, although I feel like something's going to happen with Gamma. I don't know why, but I have this feeling that Gamma is going to die in next week's episode. I don't think she's going to yet. I think it's a little too early, but I just have this feeling because Beta, as we know, like we learned in tonight's episode, is going to Alexandria to retrieve her. We see some shots in the trailer here of him actually going into this RV, and he jumps down into it. And this is what's so weird about it, is like he jumps down like underground. Like there's this underground tunnel, and so I'm a little confused. Where is this tunnel? How far is it going? And like, did they dig that entire tunnel? Because that would take them forever. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because we have a lot of shots, obviously, of Beta in Alexandria. I think in this shot here, he actually just like climbed up from a sewer or something like that and took his knives out. I don't think he just like walked here or something like that. I really think he just climbed out of the sewer and then he just took his knives out. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. We have other shots of a hand coming out of the grave, and so we know there is stuff here with Dante. Like, we know Dante has planned some things. I just want to see exactly how believable it's going to be, because if they dug a tunnel all the way through to the, like, that kind of seems a little unbelievable, but it depends if they use the sewer system, all that. Like, there's a lot of ways they can explain that. Nevertheless, it's going to be a really great moment. Like, when Beta and the Whisperers attack Alexandria, that is going to be just the most insane thing, because you see shots here like Rosita, she freaks out because there's a Whisperer there right above her baby, and I know that Coco isn't going to die because that would just be way too sad and tragic and just way too random, but this is terrifying though. Like, this shot here reminds me of like Halloween, but also like Insidious a little bit. So far, they're doing really good in bringing the horror back to the show. Like, if anyone tries to argue that The Walking Dead isn't all about horror anymore, then they haven't watched season 9 or 10, especially season 10, especially these last 2 episodes. Episode 9 and 10, the horror is definitely like very much there, and it's been there for a while. Like Angela Kang, she knows how to really make it work. I mean, the show is just so amazing now. Like, no one is really complaining about anything anymore for the most part. I do love this shot here of Gamma, though, taking off her mask, just because, I mean, it makes it really look like that is a mask, because obviously we know it's a mask and we see them put it on all the time, but just seeing her take the mask off, just I love the visuals of that. Like, Greg Nicotero does amazing work on these masks. It's pretty incredible how much they do transform a person and how much it really, I guess, dehumanizes the person, which it definitely does. Gabriel does question Gamma in the cell, and it seems like Gabriel doesn't really trust her. Because this looks like a night shot, I think this is happening when Beta and all of them arrive, just because I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think this episode is going to take place over 2 nights. I think this is going to be the one and only night. This will probably be near the end of the episode, kind of, because we have some Alpha and Daryl stuff happening that's happening during the day. We also have some stuff with Gamma and her arrival to Alexandria that happens during the day. There's a bunch of other stuff that does happen during the day, so I think that's going to happen much earlier in the episode. And this will be the big thing that happens at the end. This could be like midway through the episode, or maybe like there's like 15 minutes left or something like that. But I definitely think this is, well, this could be happening right before Rosita notices the Whisperer standing above Coco. So Gabriel is questioning Gamma about, I guess, Beta, Alpha, the Whisperers, what their plan is and all that. He starts to sort of believe her, but then he hears screaming and all that. People start running around through Alexandria and he's kind of forced to leave. Apparently Judith and RJ are there, so that's also going to be very terrifying because there are shots of them in Alexandria, so that's going to be very terrifying. I also do want to point out, and I can't find it because I guess they changed it, and this will contain spoilers for episode 10 and maybe 11, but I think for episode 10 for sure. I saw the synopsis for episode 11, they updated it on Google or on something like that, and I don't remember exactly what it said, but I do remember 2 points that it made, and again, this will contain spoilers for episode 10. It's not really major spoilers, but they did say that after Daryl and Alpha's fight or something like that, and they go into something else, I don't remember exactly what it said, so that does confirm that those 2 characters fight, which we do see in the trailer here. But it also says that Eugene has a hard choice to make, or there's something there with Stephanie. Like, they mentioned the name Stephanie, so we're probably going to learn that in episode 10. And maybe they do go to the hilltop. Like, maybe this isn't just an Alexandria-focused episode. Maybe at the end they arrive to the hilltop, and we see Eugene there, and he actually talks to Stephanie, or some sort of cliffhanger like that. I don't know. I just thought it was weird that that was the synopsis for episode 11, that they would just give it away like that. It's gone now. I can't find it, so somehow it was removed. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy, but I swear to God I saw that. So after episode 10, if anything like that happens, then it'll make sense then. Daryl, as we saw after the midseason premiere, he kind of went away from Kelly, Aaron, and everyone else. They went in their own direction. I imagine they're going to the hilltop. I don't think they're going to be in episode 10 at all. Daryl went his own way. I don't know where Carol is. I assume we're going to find out at some point, but Daryl, it seems like, goes after the Alpha, and it makes a lot of sense. I thought this shot here, actually, of him ducking down here, I thought this was going to be from episode 9, like when he first gets out of the cave, which I'm definitely happy it's not. It seems like he's on the hunt for Alpha or the Whisperers, and he is also trying to find another entrance into the cave when I'm guessing Alpha and some Whisperers show up, because we have some shots of them going through the woods. I don't think they know that Daryl's around. I think Daryl sees them or hears them. And then at some point, they're going to get into this really crazy, just bloodbath of a fight. I mean, I think they're both going to get close to death. It's going to get very, very bad. And I hope this scene's done really, really amazingly well. Because we have a shot here of Daryl. He's just all bloody. And it seems like whatever happens here, it puts them through the ringer. Because we have another shot here of Daryl holding his leg. We actually have a shot of Daryl and Judith. And there's like a bandage of sorts wrapped around his leg. So it definitely clarifies this shot. It seems like, yeah, he gets stabbed in the leg or something, and he has a lot of blood in his forehead and stuff, so I think he got cut there too. It really seems like both of them are near death, which is pretty shocking. Obviously, we know they're going to survive the episode, but that's still really shocking to actually have those 2 characters come together like this. And I love it because it doesn't happen in the comic, so I can't wait to see exactly what's going to go down. Lydia is likely going to show up, I think, just because she, like, where was she? She wasn't in the midseason premiere. It makes sense that she would show up in episode 10 because she's out there somewhere. Expect there to be a lot of deaths. There's probably not going to be really any big deaths. I originally thought Gabriel was going to die in this episode, but because of episode 15's title, I'm gonna back off that a little bit, and I think he could die in episode 15. Just like not yet. He could die right now in this episode because we don't see him in any other footage, so he could die, but I think it's probably going to be an episode 15 thing. Episode 10 or 15, I definitely think Gabriel for sure is not getting out of this season. You can see how they're definitely setting up the battle at the hilltop, though, with this episode, or with these first 2 episodes. Now Daryl is out for revenge, which I'm really hoping he takes his own advice seriously, because he just told Daryl, we're fighting for the future, not for revenge. Well, now he just lost Connie. Is he fighting for revenge right now? I guess we'll find out. I mean, he just he just lost her, right? This is just a trailer. We'll find out. Like, he might be, obviously he's going to be really aggressive and pissed when he's just, obviously he's going to be really aggressive and pissed off in the middle of a fight, but we'll see what happens when he makes it back to the hilltop. We'll see what his head's at that point. Carol right now, I mean, I feel like she's going much darker than she originally was at, because, I mean, she might be responsible for Connie and Magna's deaths, right? But post your thoughts down below. Let me know what you guys are all thinking about episode 10. What are your predictions? What do you think is going to happen? Are you guys excited for the invasion of Alexandria? That's pretty much what I'm calling it right now, because it is a whisperer invasion of Alexandria. Also, are you excited for Alpha versus Daryl? Post all your thoughts down below. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure to be a subscriber if you want more Walking Dead content like this, and thanks for watching.